Why do many of us game? Because it's fun, entertaining, an escape, and maybe more. But with it being so fun, there are also a lot of gaming problems. The development of video games. It is a seriously time-consuming process, requiring a whole team of people to accomplish, and the results may be an amazing game. However, within recent times, some companies have made development time of a game shorter, and we've entered the problem of yearly game releases. Games that easily come to mind are Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty, both of which have not only been released on a yearly basis for quite a while, but even shorter than that. This creates a number of problems, from the inability to develop and finish a game properly, to hardly making any changes from the previous entry. For instance, we have Assassin's Creed Unity, which not only was it being made concurrently with Assassin's Creed Rogue, the game everyone forgot about, but it suffered from such a short development time that it suffered from a chock full of glitches. I mean, look at this mess! It's so terrible that I put it in the opening to this very series on my channel. Or can we talk about Call of Duty and how it hardly is given any real change to the next entry? A few extra guns, a few extra maps, and a feature or two new. It's literally that whole Malibu Stacy situation all over again.
Wait, don't be fooled! She's just a regular Malibu Stacy with a stupid cheap hat!
But she's got a new hat.
Oh, I'm sorry, they added a fucking dog to it. That's the big selling point of that entry. Now, a game like Metal Gear Solid 5 added so much more in comparison to both Metal Gear Solid 4 and Peace Walker. It brought two massive overworlds, offered a great deal of customization, brought in not only a dog, but also a horse and a hot girl as your sidekick. And while further expanding upon the development of Mother Base, which started out in Peace Walker, mind you, though it remained unfinished, cause fuck Konami. But let's not get sidetracked here, cause that can be a whole episode on its own. Even with so little change, people still eat up those Call of Duty games. Why is that the case? It might very well be that they were baited into the series with such a nice entry called Call of Duty 2, the game that made the series popular, or maybe they just play what is popular in mainstream. It's hard to really understand the hardcore COD audience sometimes, it seems. Though I do sometimes think that maybe some people just skip many entries and just go to way later entries that just pile up to making it look like what would be truly a next entry into the series. But you see, it's not just the quality of a game that suffers, but other series developed by those same developers may as well. For instance, the Prince of Persia series. It was an excellent series, save for maybe one or two of the entries, but it was developed by the same developers who now do Assassin's Creed. However, after the second Assassin's Creed game was out, we pretty much stopped getting Prince of Persia games. It was just them working on nothing but Assassin's Creed games yearly. This stings a lot too, as Prince of Persia was a much better series as well, as it had decent platforming and combat. Assassin's Creed simply has nothing but hardcore shit mixed with simple button presses for combat. At least as Naughty Dog is making a game that has platforming like Prince of Persia, while Ubisoft may have simply just given up. But what about Mario and Pokemon? Ugh, I hear this one a lot, and really, they can't be considered a yearly series. Now listen up. Yes, we see games like Pokemon and Mario released on a yearly basis, but they operate very differently. With Mario, you can't say just because you got a platformer in 1 year, racing in year 2, party in year 3, and RPG in year 4 as being evidence of a yearly series. Other than having Mario characters, the games are nothing alike. You could literally replace Mario characters in the racing, party, and RPG games with completely different characters, and it wouldn't look like they are related anymore. In fact, I'm gonna go as far as to say that Mario is doing it more right than these series. I mean, many different developers release games that are a lot like their previous entries or like other existing games, while Mario has many different series that are distinctly different as is. And that's the point, you have to look at Mario as not all of these, but rather each sub-series as their own special series. Platformer Mario games are limited to only one, and on a rare occasion, 2 released per console. And this counts 2D and 3D platformer Mario games separately, as they are rather distinct there too. As such, Mario developers have a whole array of time to work on the next platformer Mario game, and well, look at these scores! They are amazing! Mario Galaxy is ticking at the top of game rankings even. As for Pokemon, it's what I like to call more a series that's released every 2 years. Yes, I can see that there are these games here too, but they are just remakes. Remakes literally take the engine of a previous entry and the story that already is made and pump it out rather fast. As such, it's not fair to use the case of a remake as evidence that Pokemon is truly a yearly series either. And even after 20 years, Pokemon is still ridiculously popular. Eat that, teachers who told me that it was just gonna be another fad. Just gonna go step over here and play Pokemon Go. Some of you may be questioning that this is a business of making money, and yearly releases make money. While it is true to an extent, we do have legitimate developers who make a new entry every few years and still make a crap ton of money. And if those developers try to detriment the quality of their games by going annualized, it could hurt them. As Take-Two, Rockstar's parent company's CEO said, "The market asks us, why don't you annualize your titles? We think with non-sport titles, we are better served to create anticipation and demand. On the one hand, to rest a title, and the other hand, to have the highest quality in the market, which takes time. You can't do that annually." So yes, Grand Theft Auto, a series that actually sells better than Call of Duty and Assassin's Creed, doesn't go annual, and that's the point. We get demand, we get quality, and so many shell out money as such for what is truly the next jump. However, I'm not saying that people who buy games yearly should stop. Some simply like doing it, and hey, if it's your thing, go right ahead. My beef is more with the developers after all, who should in fact be giving you more content for spending 60 to 90 bucks on the game after all. Hey everyone, thank you for watching The Obsessive Gamer. Gaming problems. Why don't you like and subscribe, and why don't you maybe share this video too. Now I have 2 videos for you that you should be watching. Over here is the last gaming problems video about how a sequel can kill a series. Like, you know, over here I'm showing like Sonic, and well, we know, some of you know what Sonic is like sometimes. And over here is Castlevania 101, which is a series that covers the whole history of Castlevania. That one's part 1 over there. I liked it a lot. I like making that one a lot too, and I plan to have this part 2 of it out later this month as well. So, plan to watch that one, please. Anyways, with this episode right here, if you want to comment about it, maybe give your own opinion about it, go ahead. Maybe we can have a discussion too. Maybe. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching.